good morning, good morning, loves. It is yours truly, Dr. K. Come on in, come on in, come on in. It is Motivation Monday. Good morning, Tish. Good morning, good morning. As you come in, do us a huge favor and go ahead and like and share and let us know where you're tuning in from. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know that's right. Great morning, God morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Sabrina. Happy belated birthday. Good morning, Lynn. Cleveland, Ohio in the house. Good morning, Michonne. Good morning, Shanita from Atlanta, Georgia. My sister is in the A. Come on now. Good morning, Tiffany. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Sherry. Good morning. Good morning. Listen. Now, you guys know typically Motivation Monday. Hey, God's Zone is in the house from Covington, Georgia. Is all about bringing a motivational message and a word. And usually I am the one who is sharing that message and word. But you know what? This month, we're going to do things a little different. We're going to shake it up. Good morning, Cherie G in the house. Good morning, family. I have a beautiful spirit and soul that is coming on this morning. So as you're coming in, good morning, Pastor Butler from Hodgson, Georgia. Good morning, Sabrina coming in from Miami, Florida. Hey, y'all see in parentheses the Heights because that's where we from. Come through Miami. Do me a favor. If your millennial is there near you, pull them close to you. If you're at work, grab somebody and say, hey, listen, you need to listen because Dr. K has a guest on this morning that is going to bless us. Good morning, Bernadette, my sister. Hey. I'm excited, y'all, because guess what? Today, my guest is someone that's near and dear to my heart. She is a beautiful spirit and soul, as I have said, and she just happens to be the girlfriend of someone that I love so much, and that's my son, Keenan. So I want to welcome my special guest, guys. She is the beautiful Miss Elaidy D'Blanco. Elaidy, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, my dear?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
We doing good. Listen, I'm looking at the chat and they are coming in. They're excited. They are ready. So, Elaidy, I've already dropped the T, so they know that you're Keenan's girlfriend, and I'm so excited. Outside of that, I'm excited that you two are together, but outside of that, I'm excited about just what God has done in your life. And tell us, how old are you before we get started?
I'm 23 years old.
Family, I just want y'all to put a pin in that. So somebody in the chat type, she's only 23. And y'all will understand why in a second. Just type it for me. She's only 23. So listen, Elaidy, if you would, tell our guests just a little bit about you, where you're from and where you are now. Just, briefly, because we're going to get into it. But tell them a little bit about yourself.
All right. So as previously mentioned, I'm 23 years old. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, so a long way from Georgia. I recently moved here. I went to college back in Nebraska as well. I have a pre-law communications degree with a double minor in English and human rights. Just completed that in May. Thankfully, I'm done. And like I said, I just recently moved out here to Georgia. I always wanted to move and expand out of Nebraska. I could never really see myself living there or, eventually when I do want a start a family there. So finally was able to build myself up and move.
All right. So listen, in all of that, because I just heard you say you graduated recently in May, pre-law with a double minor. So since you graduated in May and pre-law, are you interning and you're about to be a lawyer right now? Like something happened. Like tell us about because I'm confused. Tell me what happened.
Yes. So honestly, ever since high school, I had the dream. I wanted to be a lawyer. That was always the path for me. And then I got to college and things kind of shifted. I think that college was very inspirational to me. It was a very core part of my growing up. Mm-hmm. However, I don't think that it completed my full circle. Mm-hmm. And I always felt like, okay, now I graduated, but something is missing. And thankfully, the pandemic was It was good and bad. It had pros and cons, but it set a lot of people back. And I happened to be one of those people who, at the time when I was in college, I had 2 jobs. So working for someone else, working 9 to 5, and then I was also a server. So, just serving, it's kind of inconsistent money. You never know how much you're going to get. And you're always working for somebody else. And during that time period of the pandemic, I decided that entrepreneurship was the way that I wanted to go. Despite being in college, despite, I do have my degree, which I love, I wouldn't change it for anything. But I will be the first to say that college is not for everybody. And luckily, I do gravitate towards school. However, that is during the pandemic is kind of when I decided, I think being an entrepreneur is the route for me. And that's when I kind of started everything with my business, and I got to researching and seeing, who inspires me and what are they doing, and what can I do to make my own formula but still, make the sauce taste good. So
I like that.
So I started, researching what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And that's when my plan for law school kind of changed. I always figured after I'm done giving entrepreneurship a try, maybe I'll go back to law school. Well, everything changed when I started becoming an entrepreneur. I started living entrepreneurship. Everything I did was about being an entrepreneur. It wasn't about a job anymore. It was about me, my dream, my empire that I'm trying to build. And once I started putting the focus all to myself, I started attracting all my blessings. And at that point is when I figured, I'm going to put all of me into entrepreneurship, and I'm going to embody what it means to be a successful entrepreneur. Instead of putting towards somebody else's dream, I'm going to refill my own cup and put towards my dream. So ever since then, I've been doing that, and I have been successful. I have been happy. And like I said, I've been able to do things that many people from where I come from don't do, which is move and start something new. Moving is intimidating, it is expensive, it is a whole bunch of things. There's many pros and cons, but I think that it has opened my eyes up and taught me that there's more. And as an entrepreneur, if you want to succeed, you always have to be willing to get more.
I love it. I love it. You know what? Like everybody knows, I'm over here embarrassed with the degrees behind me. I got more degrees than a thermometer on my wall. And if I knew what I know now, it might not be Dr. K. You know what I mean? Because just in understanding that God ordered my steps, and I love education, like you, lifelong learner. I built some great relationships in doing that, and God definitely, He orchestrated my path for me to go get the degree. So I know He has ordered your steps, definitely. Because even in our conversations, when you talk about, because I asked you, I'm like, and you were ready to move all the way from Nebraska all the way over here, by yourself. And just now hearing you say there's so many people that don't make the move because of fear, because we're comfortable, because we're stuck. But God didn't call us to be comfortable. He called us to be able to be obedient to His word. So when He started nudging on your heart, saying, hey, something is going to look different, something has to be different, I'm happy that you were obedient to His call. Because and I heard you say, the formula and all of that, and I put, what's your formula? Because in my mind, when I started Freedom by Design, I was like, okay, I'm going to make a bunch of money. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And God was like, you going to do it the way I said it. Yep. You're going to follow these steps the way and yes, I'm going to let you be successful. And yes, you're going to have all of these great things. So, Elaidy, tell them, because at 23, and I see somebody just put in the chat again, Pastor Butler said she's only 23. I'm just telling y'all, she's only 23. So I'm going to go ahead and put my banner, because I need them to know that you are the owner of Lady Rose Lashes. Tell us about that journey and what it really looks like.
So Lady Rose Lashes was essentially born when I was in college. During pandemic time, I kind of started, what am I going to do? Like I said, I was serving, I was working 2 jobs to, keep up with my lifestyle in school. And I'm thinking, what can I do to not only jumpstart as an entrepreneur and just kind of climb the ladder that it has to offer, but also to set myself up doing something that I like. Because, I didn't want to be stuck doing a job, especially for somebody else, doing something that I didn't like to do every day. So it all started with, I had 3 roommates at the time, and I just started doing their lashes just like for fun. And after I did them, they were going to work, they were going to class, and my work was speaking for itself. Everybody was like, "Who did your lashes? They look so good. I need to come get mine done." And so I didn't realize, at the time that my work ethic and what I was doing and producing was good enough. I'm thinking, I'm just practicing. I'm doing it for fun. I'm helping out my girls. I look good. I want them to look good. So I'm thinking it's nothing behind it. But when they started going to those places, that their job, they go to class, and people see them, they started asking them, where can I book, or how can I get mine done? And that's when I started thinking, that's when the outlet to entrepreneurship, it was really like a light bulb that just clicked on. And I have one of my close friends, she kind of sat me down, and we kind of always bounce ideas off of each other. Sat me down, and she's like, I think you should take this more serious. Like, you're really good. I can see you doing something. You've always been a motivated person. And so that's exactly what I did. I got all my credentials that I needed, and then I started the business. Now, at first, starting a business, like you said, entrepreneurship is it's a whole bunch of different formulas. So I didn't know that. At first, I'm just lashing. I didn't think anything of it. I had started an Instagram page and just kind of got the word out there. And then as I started progressing, I'm thinking, how can I take this to the next step? And then once I reach that step, to the next step. So that's why I kind of like to compare entrepreneurship to a ladder. I mean, you start here, but you don't have to end up here. You just keep climbing and slowly climbing, and kind of, just believing in yourself, praying for your outcome and what you want to see in the future, and it will happen. Manifestation is real. So I started praying, I started manifesting, God, for this week, I would start small. I would start this week, I need to make this amount of money. And then I would say, if you're not going to bless me with money, God, bless me with clients, bless me with ideas, bless me with things that I can do to change my life in a holistic way instead of just monetarily. And that is what exactly started happening. So that's kind of how Lady Rose Lashes was built. And now I have been able to move it all over the place. I have friends all over, and I'm able to display my work, not only back home, but here. And I'm so thankful for that.
I love it. You know what? I got to take my glasses off so they can see that my lashes are popping. Yes, y'all, I'm wearing whole lashes now. And I have the classics, of course, but
Yes.
You know what, Elaidy, you said some key things, and I was looking in the chat, and I wrote down the ladder, because so many people will start a thing and then stop and get either complacent, or they'll hear people saying, "Oh, well, the market is saturated." The market is not saturated, because it's you. You're
Exactly.
bringing that. God is putting you in it. So if He gave you the gift, then you're supposed to be doing it. So, and then I put God is key to the formula, because you talked about the formula, and we can't ever leave Him out of the sauce. Like you said, when you started, and I could hear myself when I was doing another multi-level marketing business, we were fasting and praying over our business. Lord, we want to have this, and this. And, He'll show us, like, if we believe, faith of the size of a mustard seed, He'll start to show us. And like you said, if it's not money, Lord, send people. And, I know you to be a very personable person. So I'm looking, I see Sabrina. Sabrina is a massage therapist down in Miami. She was like, right now,
Sabrina.
Blessing me. And I see Charlie Green. She's here in Atlanta. She's like, it's such an inspiration, because and that's the thing, Lord, use me. We already know that our Father wants us to have the desires of our heart. He wants us to have, we will get the land of milk and honey. We're going to get our finances are going to overflow. We're going to be blessed beyond measure. But more than anything, when we get ready to leave, when He calls us, we want to be able to say, you know what, Lord, Are you pleased with me? Did I touch everybody that you wanted me to touch? Was I faithful? Was I obedient to your call? Did I do it the way you wanted me to do it? And your obedience and your faithfulness is amazing. I see my sister Shanita says, God has no age cap. Allow him to use you. And the people who come across your chair, your chair becomes your table becomes a ministry, because you're interacting with them. You're spending an hour at least with that individual, because y'all listen, a sister used to just do strips and I was quick. But now I don't have to do anything really to my face in the morning. It's like brows, and I get up and I'm like, I'm already ready to go. But the time we spend together, when you're putting those, 100 to 200 individual like, that's time for us to be able to talk. So the people that you're going to meet, the people that you're going to be able to bless is going to be amazing. And as Elaidy said, she recently got here to Atlanta. So I know that her business is going to be blessed because her hands are blessed. And with that being said, now that she's getting out and she's moving, throughout, and I just feel it in my spirit, like things are going to definitely take off for you. So don't worry. Yeah. Like my sister Shanita said, God has no cap. He is going to be, he'll use you. And look at Frank. You woke up with a ready face.
Yeah. All right, Frank, I got ready. Yes. You know what? I want to touch back on how you said people, and God uses those people to bless you, because one of the things that I do feel like in my formula that completed everything is I didn't realize at first that I was being called to do this. I didn't realize at first that maybe it may not be my business. Maybe it may be my words. Maybe it may be the way that I talk to people, the way that I'm there for my friends and family, the way that I communicate. And I didn't realize that at first. It took me time to get to know all of my clients. I love every single one of my clients, because when they come in there, it's not just a lash appointment. It's like a therapy appointment for both of us. We're bouncing ideas, we're talking, I listen to them. And I think that in times, especially during the pandemic, and in times, now everybody's trying, everybody's working, it's important to just be mindful of that and just listen to one another. Even if it's just something small, it may just be, okay, you dropped your kids off at daycare, but now this is your time to decompress and relax. It feels nice to have people, genuine people around you who are going to listen to you and be there for you. And I think that's one thing that lashing has taught me, and I'm able to apply that to different areas of my life, not just my business. I'm able to apply that to my personal life and realize that sometimes people just need to decompress, and they just need to realize that, yes, God is with them, their family is with them, their friends are with them, but it's always good to be a friend in somebody else too, and to reciprocate that same energy. And I think that God pulls certain people and he shows you a vision. And once you start trying to come and detour from that vision, he'll try and derail you back on. And he's going to see how many times it takes for you to catch the hint, how many times it's going to take for you to get yourself back on his path and keep going. And I think that as soon as I put my own walls down and started following that path, that's when I started becoming successful. And that's when I started getting everything that I have prayed for every single night. There's not a day, a night, that I don't talk to God. If you feel stressed, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm leaning on. And I really believe in it. I believe in him, and I believe in the fact that it's working for me.
Amen. Listen. I see the chat is listen to the call. Your gifts will make room. They will make room for you. So many are being inspired. Girl, you are teaching and preaching. Come on out with the wisdom. Hey, and I still have to go back. Pastor Butler, she's only 23. So, our businesses, no matter what we think, our gifts, he has given them to us, and we're to use them to advance his kingdom. Like you say, you never know what a kind word is going to do. You never know who needs that word. When you're sitting down talking, just a small thing can change and shift somebody's total outlook on life. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful. But you know what, Elaidy? It's something we didn't tell them. So you're here, you were lashing in Nebraska.
Yes.
But were you just lashing by yourself? Because you have a whole business.
Yeah.
Tell the tea, tell them.
I know. I'm bad at opening. I do. So while I was in Nebraska and I was working, being an entrepreneur means dipping into different avenues of what are you going to do and what does success look like for you. And so for me, it looked like tapping into real estate, and it looked like getting properties that I can call my own. And it looked like I said, I'm using God's word to me and then my words to other people to inspire them. So that's when I started holding classes and I started teaching other people what I knew. I can give you the blueprint. I just need you to follow it. And I promise that you will be successful because you have me behind you. And that's all that I want to see you do. And that's what I started telling people. I would see somebody, even my clients, I reached out to them and I can notice somebody who has detail, somebody who is driven. And I said, I'm not sure if you're interested. I just went out on a limb. I just asked them, I think that you will be good doing this. And so far, the people who I had that intuition about are successful, and they do have me in their corner to guide them and help them. And with that being said, they are able to lash at my building back home. And I'm excited and proud to say that I do have a building where they can come and it can be more of a community for everyone. Sorry, my computer clicked out. I have them back there. I have 4 lovely ladies who lash at my building. They're all amazing.
Come on now.
Yes.
I love it. You know what? And I just put it in the chat, her building, because guys, we have to understand. That's why I started early and saying she's only 23, because it's a mindset shift. It's something that my sister Bernadette and I talk about all the time. Guess what? They're building no more land. They're building no more. So instead of us buying our kids all of this stuff, that's materialistic stuff, how about instead of doing that, buy them a piece of an acre and give that to them for their birthday. It can be somewhere out in the country, but guess what? They are not. My sister already came through. What did she say? A whole bit. We got to possess the land. And not, she's here in Atlanta, but she has ladies that she's still supporting in Nebraska. And that is not where she's going to stop. She's looking to expand even beyond that. We can't set limits. As Frank said, when we give God praise and thanks, he will set the sky as, that limit, it won't be. It'll go. Because you know what? One day I heard my friend Rutho and his wife Avril say, I want my children's floor to be my ceiling. So, when you start thinking, you want that thing, you want your children, the next generation, the people that come after you, to start up here, not have to start down there and build. You want to be able to leave something. So as we're looking about that, looking and thinking, you have to possess the land. You have to have ownership. And I see my girl, Siobhan Zell has jumped right in. But you know what, Elaidy? When I'm thinking about what you're doing, even now, that entrepreneur spirit, I know that you're going down some different avenues and you're looking to build some different things, because as entrepreneurs, we have to. And some people say, well, dog, you doing the most, or you doing a lot. I'm doing my most that God has called me to do.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't call you, so you can watch. But you know what? I appreciate the prayers, but not the negative.
They can't see the vision. They can't see the vision because it's not their vision, it's your vision.
Now. Come on, that's a whole word right there. And another thing you said is you saw people and you weren't afraid to share what you were doing with them. So many times people will start doing something great or something like, hey, this is really working out. I'm making a sustainable income, and I see other avenues where I can teach and I can show people, I can train people. And you weren't afraid to just share that thing, knowing that it's not going to take away from what God has for you. No. It's actually going to bless you even the more. And with that, I want to just kind of show them real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Right here, you can also get classes. You can, Elaidy can teach you. She does one-on-one sessions. Even if you're not in Atlanta, She is able to do virtual sessions. So are you ready to start your own business? That's why I said, do you have a daughter, or do you have a niece or somebody who is looking to start their own business? Because she's right here in Atlanta. I know she's been doing her virtual sessions, which have been working out very well for her. But I mean, if you want to invest in yourself, or you want to invest in your loved ones, do something like that.
Yeah.
How about pay for them to go ahead and get started on their own business, something that can yield them an income?
Anything.
Going to college, I mean, every young lady I know needs to have something when they're going to college. You need a skill set: hair, nails, lashes, something.
I mean, and like I said too, it's about the ladder though. So, and this is what I try and tell people, because entrepreneurship is scary. A lot of people are like, you know, why would I have inconsistent money that I have to work double hard for when I can have a 9-to-5 and get a check and not have to worry? But I think it's all about, it comes back to the ladder. You may start with this class. You may start with lashing. You may start with one thing. You may start with a trade school. You may start, you know, doing a whole bunch of different avenues, but it's climbing up the ladder. It's, what are you going to do with this piece of information? Are you going to take it to the next level? Are you going to start a new business? Are you going to have two? Are you going to add to it? You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can start here, but you won't finish there if you really put your mind to being an entrepreneur. So take the class, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I do think that it's taught me a lot by being an entrepreneur. I learned so much in college, but I learned so much more, you know, figuring everything out for myself and planning things as I go. So I think if you start here, and this isn't necessarily where you want to be, because remember, I have my vision, but you might have a different vision. And if this isn't exactly where you want to be for your vision, let it be a starting ground to jumpstart you, to get you up to your vision.
Come on now. Come on. You know what? I love it. I love it. And my sister Siobhan Zell, she says, don't despise small beginnings, and understand, knowing that your latter shall be greater than your former, because he will do it. He will do it. So we are already at the top of the hour, guys. If you haven't noticed, I have put Elaidy's IG contact information down here. It is scrolling across the ticker at the bottom. So if you want to reach out to her, if you want to have a family member that has been considering doing the business, reach out. Please go ahead and do that, so that you can be a blessing to them. Don't hold the information. That's why I always say like and share, because you just never know what you're going to get. Elaidy, I know this is not the last time that we will see you on Freedom by Design. So I want to thank you, my dear, for coming on and sharing with us on this morning. You have definitely inspired and been a blessing to so many.
Thank you for having me.
See you soon.
All righty.
So family, y'all see, I am excited on Motivation Monday. We've been blessed. I don't know about y'all, because I got some nuggets, as my brother Rutho says, and I've dropped them in the chat. It was a blessing to have her on. Yes. There it is, Vern. Excellent. Hey, excellence on display. Yes, indeed. You know what? I'm so excited, and I get to be able to be around so many beautiful people. Yes, Vern, that's right. She's right here in Buckhead. Y'all get y'all lashes done. Go ahead and book her. Let me put her information scrolling across the bottom, and I'm going to, as we get ready to close out, I will show the flyer again. But you can contact her on IG at Lady Rose Lashes, and you'll notice it's Laidy Rose Lashes. If you need to, you can DM me, you can hit me up, and I will put you in contact with her. She is amazing. Yes, she is right here in Buckhead, family. She is right here in Buckhead. So do go ahead, reach out. I appreciate you. I love you, family. We will not have Wisdom Wednesday on this Wednesday. So I will see you on Freedom Friday. But guess what? Next Monday, I have a special treat. a special treat. I don't know what it is about these Motivation Mondays. I have another beautiful person coming, but I'm going to wait and tell y'all on Friday so y'all can think about it all weekend and be like, oh my God, I cannot wait. So family, know that I love you. I look forward to seeing you guys on Freedom Friday. I want you to have a blessed day. Continue to pray for me as I will pray for you. And remember, God doesn't want us to have second best. He has not called us to be afraid. We will not be afraid. We will walk in boldness and confidence. We will listen to his voice because he has a plan for each and every one of us. All we have to do is follow the blueprint. As Elaidy said, we got to keep going up the ladder. He doesn't want us to get stuck. He doesn't want us to be stagnant. It's time for us to move. It is time for us to move. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a great day. And let you guys see Elaidy again with that information so you can go ahead and take a picture as we go ahead and close out. God bless you guys and bye-bye.